What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here, coach of your Montreal Milotic, bringing you our Week 5 battle for the CGT, the Champions of Galar Tour. We are here playing against Sally Mumble today and the Austin Toros after picking up a really bad loss last week against MattOshea, and I'm hoping that we can redeem ourselves this time around. We'll see how it goes. This is, like I said, this league is a very competitive league with a lot of really good players, and if we just have one off week, one off session of team building, it's going to show in our play. It's going to show in our team compared to other coaches, and that's exactly what happened in last week's battle. We didn't get the chance to work with our front office, and it just showed. But this week, there are some changes. Not only did we get the chance to work with our front office, but we have some brand new members of the front office to announce. So shout out to the following people for just reaching out and accepting the offer to join the front office. So shout out to Aquarius, to Tiger VGC, to Almighty Savage, Casper, to Joe the Flaming, Incog, OG Albina, Bolt, and DD. All of them have joined the front office. Some of them were able to help today, others were not, but this is going to be very, very helpful to them down the line to whether it's provide mocks or team building discussion. It's all really helpful to help me provide you guys the best content possible. So shout out to them, thank you to them. Make sure to thank them down in the comments below because, like I said, the content that you guys see is not going to be as good without their help. That, well, that's for sure. That's for sure. Moving on though, let's go ahead and jump into it. Looking at the matchup that we have to deal with today, the Austin Toros are up here, and they have Tapu Koko. On top of that, they got the Latias. The biggest threats are going to be the Mamoswine, the Porygon Z, and the Scizor. There's also a Zarude and a Mudsdale, which are decent options this week. The Weezing is something. Lantern definitely kind of spooky for my Vikavolt, but also just an annoying mon for Primarina because it could potentially be water absorbed. And then the big threat as well, Sceptile. Sceptile is super scary, and I feel like Sally's going to end up bringing the Sceptile, so we got to be careful. But I do think Sceptile is a possible bring this week, so we'll see what ends up happening. Kubfu and Pinsir are there. I don't really expect them to come, but they're there. Anyways, let's jump into it. Starting off with our very first mon, we are going to be bringing our Primarina here, not our Dragapult, that's the one, not our Dragapult, and I'm surprised because we were going to be running Dragapult as our main answer. Specs Dragapult, Dragon Dance Dragapult, Mix Set, whatever. No, we decided to switch it up instead, and we're going with Prim. Now, Prim is not bad here, but the reason why we said Specs is because he literally has no switch-in to Moonblast plus Water Move. There are none, and that's awesome. We'll definitely take advantage of that as much as we can, because his answers to Moonblast are the Weezing and the Scizor. They get dropped by a Water Move. His answers to water moves, the Lantern, the Latias, the Zarude, and the Sceptile, they drop to a Moonblast. So we have options around it, which is amazing. I definitely feel pretty good about our chances against those Pokemon because of our Specs Prim and the rest of our team, which is awesome. The investment that we have on this set, we have speed for 12 speed Lantern, we have the Specs Tuicos, the entire team, depending on the move. Obviously, I think like Lantern is a bit of an exception there if it's like an Assault Vest set. We take Jolly Band Mamoswine's Earthquake from full. We take Timid Specs Adaptability, Porygon Z's Tri-Attack from full after Rocks. If it's Timid Nature, like I said, if it's Modest, we take it without Rocks, which is awesome. We take Adamant Sceptile's Leaf Blade, and we take Timid Coco's Thunderbolt in terrain if it's not a boosting item as well, which is kind of awesome. I'm saying Timid because there's a chance he runs enough speed for a modest Dragapult. So just to be safe, we have enough investment to take the Timid hit, not the Modest hit. We just can't invest that much from our special attack. Anyways, like I said, this set is really good. Flip Turn is there for momentum, but honestly, we're going to be clicking Moonblast or Scald more than likely, and Hydro Pump if it's absolutely necessary. We'll click it, but I don't think it will be. It's just a fail-safe option, really. Our next mon is going to be Roku the Dragapult here with the spell tag this week. We have Shadow Ball, Flamethrower, U-Turn, and Draco Meteor. Look at my opponent's team. He has access to 1 immunity to Ghosts, Porygon Z, and 1 resist to Ghost, it's Zarude. We have Flamethrower for the Zarude, we have U-Turn for the Zarude, we have Draco for the Porygon, we have options basically, and we are an immunity to normal for the Porygon, which it really wants to fire off those Tri-Attacks. It can't really do that now, and that's just a huge benefit for our team, because Tri-Attack is super scary. Adaptability Tri-Attack from a Specs Porygon, that is too strong. Really good move and really good Pokemon for it to be firing up against us, so I don't want to be dealing with that as much as I might have to, which would be really, really unfortunate if we did. But in terms of the investment we have speed for the Koko. We take Adamant Banded Mamoswine's Ice Shard, we take a Timid Coco's Dazzling Gleam from full, we take 2 Adamant Scizor's Bullet Punches, and because of the investment in our special defense, we actually take, or we force the Porygon Z into a Bullet Punch, not Bullet, what am I saying? We force the Porygon Z into an attack boost with the download. That's what I want to say. I saw a BP on my screen. I thought it was Bullet Punch. No, made no sense. But yeah, it's a really good set here. Hopefully it can lead us to victory this week. It was really good in the mocks. Our next mon is going to be Toph the Excadrill Earthquake, X-Scissor, Swords Dance, and Substitute with the leftovers. Excadrill in general is a really good answer to Coco because the best thing it can do to hit me is like Grass Knot, which does a tiny bit more than Dazzling Gleam. Other than that, it's like Nature's Madness to do 50% to me, but then he drops to an Earthquake. So with leftovers and sub, I can basically force the Coco into a position where it can't break my sub, and he's going to go into something like maybe the Scizor, maybe the Mudsdale, maybe one of his grass types, and if we manage to chip his team down enough, then this set can just win. The Substitute allows us to, one, secure ourselves from the Will-O-Wisp potentially, from a Weezing or something like that, but also protects us from being outsped from something like the Latias, like a Scarf Mamoswine, like a Zarude, for example. All these options, we have protection because of the Substitute there, which is super useful. In terms of the investment that we do have, Drill has enough speed for the Mamoswine. Our Substitute takes an Adamant Scisor's Bullet Punch or a Timid Coco's Dazzling Gleam. The Energy Ball, not the Energy Ball, the Grass Knot has a 1 roll chance to break our sub if it is timid, and that's pretty important too. We set up our Substitute on the Coco or the Lantern because I think both are pretty important. They're just going to switch out. Even if the Coco doesn't switch out, then it's going to die, potentially, and it won't do much back to me. If the Lantern doesn't switch out, then we just Earthquake it the next time around. So not the end of the world there at all. We have more Spadef on this set. We added a bit more Spadef than normal, so we had enough Spadef for the Porygon to be forced into getting an attack boost, not a special attack boost from the download. But like I said, the big thing is we have speed for Mamoswine, and originally I was looking at doing Earthquake and Iron Head, but we swapped to X-Scissor because the only resists he has to Mold Breaker Drill's Earthquake are his grass types, Zarude and Sceptile, both of which hate taking an X-Scissor, so that is something to be aware of, that is for sure. Our next mon is going to be Bugaloo the Vikavolt with the heavy duty boots, Volt Switch, Bug Buzz, Roost, and Sticky Web. Sticky Web is actually really good here. Not only does it slow down the Coco, but it slows down the Mamoswine, letting us know if it's going to be Scarfed or Banded or just not Scarfed at all, which is a good thing, and it gives us a lot more utility against it. Our speed on the Primarina, like I said before, it was for a 12 speed Lantern, but it's also there for a Adamant Mamoswine. It's at -1, so it's super good here. Our Vikavolt is fantastic though because it is a way to take multiple hits from many different Pokemon, but also as a ground immunity for the Mamoswine attack. So Vikavolt takes 2 Mamoswine's Scarf Adamant Icicle Crashes. It can be Adamant, so I think Scarf Adamant makes a lot of sense. We take Banded Crash after Rocks if the boots are gone, and then we have 16 IVs, not EVs, IVs in speed, so we reach 56 rather in the speed stat, which allows us to outspeed a no-speed Mudsdale, but underspeed a Scizor that has 4 EVs in speed. That's at -1 from webs. So we get our slow pivot off, which is really good, and we can then get into whatever option that we want to, and that's awesome, especially if he doesn't have, or if he does have the defog rather, because then we can really get into something else, or if he goes for a U-turn of his own, we can then switch into whatever we want. Basically, I feel like having a slow pivot in Vikavolt is really valuable, and this IV investment allows us to do that. Our investment here also allows us to take a Porygon Z's Specs Tri-Attack or 2 Shadow Balls, that's from Timid Porygon Z, and we take any 2 Coco attacks as well, unless it's like Bandit or something. So yeah, I feel really good about this set. I like this Vikavolt, and I'm hoping that it can be one of the MVPs for us this week. It's just really valuable. And yeah, it's one of our 2 ground immunities that we're bringing. Our next mon is going to be Pangoro here. Teletubby is back, Drain Punch, Knockoff, Earthquake, and Parting Shot with the Mold Breaker ability as well. We have the Roselli Berry. Roselli is there specifically so we can take a hit from the Coco. We take a Dazzling Gleam from Modest Coco, I believe it is, and that's really important. So we take, yeah, like I said, Modest Coco's non-boosted Dazzling Gleam after Rocks because of our berry. We also take Adamant, Banned, Mamoswine's Earthquake in full. The problem is we don't actually guarantee the Oko with the Drain Punch, which really sucks. But if we know he's banded, we can make an adjustment and go into our Vikavolt or our Moltres to be immune. If he goes for an Icicle Crash, we can go into our Ice Answers, and honestly, Icicle Crash won't do as much as the Earthquake does, so we should get back enough recovery from the Drain Punch to be able to take the next Icicle Crash as well, which is really what we do need. Also, like I said, we have the Mold Breaker for the Weezing, but also for the Latias. Earthquake allows us to hit both of them. We were thinking about Berry, and if we were doing that, we'd probably go Iron Fist, so we can get the KO on no bulk Mamoswine with Drain Punch, but it's just not going to be a thing in this week. So it is what it is. I feel really good about the set that we do have, though, and hopefully it can actually continue to be good. It's been decent for us all season long, Pangoro, and hopefully, like I said, it can continue. And it is a rock resist that is not weak to ground. So if he does expect a Vikavolt or a Moltres, we can go into this as our rock resist instead of our Excadrill and potentially catch a fighting move, not a fighting move, but a ground move. That's the one. So yeah. Moving on to our next mon, it is the Moltres. Firewall is back. It's a really solid mon this week. I honestly didn't know if I want to go this set. We were debating going, oh, I didn't even mention. Hello, we have a new mon on our team, Wigglytuff. Brand new to the team. We dropped Lapras for Wigglytuff. We are now out of transactions. This is our final team for the rest of the season. But Wigglytuff I felt was a decent answer to a lot of things. Gave me access to a immunity to Ghost, gave me a decent fairy type as well that was allowed to be more defensive, another rocker, it gave me a teleport mon, a wish passer. There's quite a few things that basically the Wigglytuff could do for us, so I felt like having it on the team was pretty important here. And I'm happy to have gone it for, I think it was like 2 or 3 points. So really, really good value pick for us, that's for sure. Anyways, like I said, our Moltres was potentially not coming. It could have been the Wigglytuff, it could have been the Scolipede. But we went with Wigglytuff here because in general, not Wigglytuff, Moltres, in general, it just has so much utility, especially against the Scizor, which is super threatening to my team. Overall, it allows us to have an immunity to the Mamoswine, which is really big. And on top of that, with our investment in speed, we have speed for an adamant Mamoswine, which I'm pretty confident he's going to be adamant. And if he is adamant, that's huge because then I can find out, is he adamant scarfed or is he adamant and not scarfed? That's really the big thing. If he's timid, then, or jolly rather, then we'll know from the damage rolls. So hopefully he gets some low rolls and we can guarantee that he is timid. That's fingers crossed for that. We do take 2 Scarf Adamant Icicle Crashes from the Mamoswine, and we do take a Specs Adaptability Porygon Z Tri-Attack, or a Timid Tapu Koko's Thunderbolt as well. The good thing with this set is we have Mystical Fire, which weakens down a lot of his team. It weakens the Porygon, it weakens the Latias, it weakens the Koko, it weakens the, I guess, Special Sceptile, but also the Lantern from doing as much damage as we want. There is the Scorching Stance for the Lantern and the Koko, but also to burn things like the Mamoswine, potentially, if we really need to go that route. U-Turn, obviously, for momentum. Roost for recovery. Basically, it's just a really solid mon all around. It can do a lot of different things, and if you get the Mystical Fires off, that's really good. So, yeah, let's start switching to Scizor. That's it. And if he gets the Brox and we get our boost knocked off, it would be a little unfortunate, but if he doesn't bring the Mudsdale, I have a hard time thinking he's going to be able to get up Rocks, because I think his Mamoswine is going to be like Bandit or Scarfed. I don't think he's going to run Bandit or Scarf Rocks on his team. So yeah, guys, that's going to be our, I guess, team for this week's battle. I feel decently well about it. I do want to say again, shout out to my front office. Thank you so much for the help, all of you guys. And we'll ideally be bringing you more content. We did upload a 2.5-hour team building session with 3 mocks battles, 3 practice battles, 3 mocks in the YouTube channel members portion of the channel. So if you are interested in becoming a channel member, you can do that and you get access to exclusive content. So yeah, make sure to go ahead and check that out if you're interested. Leave a like, and the secret word of the day today is going to be water. So yeah, let's do it, guys. I'm nervous about this game, but it is definitely time to battle. So let's do it. All right, everyone, welcome back. So looking at what he ends up bringing is Rude, Lantern, Sceptile, Mudsdale, Mamoswine, and Tapu Koko. The double rockers are here. Looking at this, honestly, I really want to lead off with Prim, but it's just not the right decision. I think leading off with Vikavolt is the play here. There is no Scizor, which is the first time I'm not seeing that. So that's something, which means that Moltres might be able to stay a bit healthier to deal with the Sceptile, as long as it's not running the Rock move, of course. So yeah, I also kind of regret not running our Scolipede this week, because it would have just eaten. It would have done so well for us, but I do want to lead off with Vikavolt here. I think it's my best option against this team. So fingers crossed that we get the job done. Let me unmute the audio that I have here. Actually, it's not even muted. There we go. Pure, perfect. We're good to go already. So we're playing against Sally Mumble here and the Austin Toros. CGT Week 5, it's time to battle. All right. What is he going to lead off with here? That is the question. That is the question. Marry. The Koko it is. I'm fine with that. I'm just going to get out my webs. Because he has one option for removal, and it's Koko. So getting up webs for me, that is going to be really, really big. Because if he doesn't have webs on Koko, it means that we can really slow down the Sceptile a lot. So he goes for the Toxic here. I'm not mad at that. If it's not an offensive Koko, then I'm actually cool with it. It does suck that our Vikavolt is poisoned, but as long as he doesn't have access to Defog, then I'm in a good spot. And again, if he has Defog and Toxic on his Koko, then it's not the worst thing in the world for me. That is for sure. Alright. So, I think right here, I do kind of want to go for a Bug Buzz, but I think my play actually is going to be to, do I Volt Switch here? Do I Bug Buzz? No, I think going for a Bug Buzz is the play, because if he Volt Switches, he has 3 immunities to Electric. So we kind of want to go for that and then switch out another time. Yeah, that's what I want to do here. So our webs are up, which is awesome. It's a huge start to our team here. Huge start to this week. You just see a U-turn come out. So U-turn and Toxic. The U-turn. I didn't even see the damage that it did to me. I didn't see if it was a crit or not, so bad decision on my part to just look away for the wrong second. Yeah, I should probably put my calc on the other screen. Then comes the Lantern. So we know this is an immunity. And we can just fire off the Bug Buzz and it'll do a good chunk of damage. That's some solid damage there. And the special defense drop is massive. I will take it. I will take it. And you know what? I'll go for another one here. I'll go for another one. Because we want damage. We want the damage. So how are we going to get this? Are we going to weaken this thing even more? Because this looks like a special check. He just switches out. Back into Coco. Back into Coco. It's not boots. Okay, I thought it was boots for a second. We'll find out right now if it's leftovers. That's some big damage there. Wow. Crit, that's why. Okay, and it's leftovers. That's good knowledge to have. Leftovers Coco. I'm actually going to switch out here. I believe I want to go hard into Moltres. Because I don't expect this to go for a... Yeah, I don't expect this to be going for a an electric move here. So we're going to go hard Moltres. I think that's the play. So Bugaloo, get back here. And if he goes for U-turn, there's a chance he gets Flame Body Burn. There's a Roost there. So again, so U-turn, Roost. Toxic. Okay, that's fine. I think now I'm going to double out. And on the expected Toxic, I'm going to go into the boy, Excadrill. I think that's the play here. On the expected Toxic. If it's a Thunderbolt, it's a Thunderbolt. But I think it's a Toxic or a T-Bolt, and that's really it. I don't think he's going to run like a move that can't hit Moltres, because Moltres can beat this thing 1v1. Because we do have Sands. We are behind webs. I probably should have just U-turned here. Completely forgetting we were behind webs. Let's look at the calc here. What is he going to do here? Does he U-turn? He discharges. Beauty. So he can't actually touch me. He can't actually touch me here. And I believe we'll outspeed because he's at -1. So we speed tie. Moltres speed ties a max speed. Coco. And we outspeed this thing. So I can Swords Dance here. I can Earthquake. I think Earthquake though is my play. Or it's a hard double into Prim on the expected Mudsdale. I think it's a hard Prim here on the expected Mudsdale. We switch out first, which makes sense. As my video is not looking good on my screen here. He switches out. Go Mudsdale. That's it. Spirit. Hey, baby, we got him. We got him. Love it. So we click a free Moonblast here because nothing resists the Moonblast. It's a Specs Moonblast on top of that. So let's take a look here. So Prim against Sydney. In comes the Lantern. Depending on this, we could 2 a KO here. If it's not Assault Vest, we can 2 a KO. It's close, but it's not enough. It's close, but it's not enough. I can expect a Volt Switch. Do I think it's worth my while to Weaken Drill? I think Weakening Drill is not actually the worst thing in the world. If he goes for a Scald, actually if he goes for Scald, that would suck. It's like, this is a tough decision to make here. He doesn't have a Fairy move, so I can go with the Teletubby. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go Teletubby here. It's a bit more expendable now. Really wish we had it in range. It would have been so nice if it was in range of 2. Volt Switch. If I went to Drill, it would have been nice. 199 down to 153. That's what? 46 points of health? It's a roll for no attack. No special attack, rather. Question is, what is he going into? Spirit. That's fine. How does Mudsdale take Prim's Specs attack? Primarina. The Moonblast won't KO. I can go for a knockoff here. I think going for a knockoff is pretty good. We get rid of any recovery it has. and it weakens it for drill. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go for the knockoff. So we'll get rid of its item, whether it's helmets or leftovers. That did a good chunk of damage there. That did a really good chunk. Citrus Berry. And he goes for rocks. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with him going for rocks here. I don't have access to Rabbit Spin, unfortunately, but it's not the end of the world. We're going to Parting Shot out. I feel like he could definitely make a switch out, thinking that he shouldn't keep this thing in. Maybe go into Coco. But we'll see. We'll see. I want to see how fast does Adamant... Actually, no, I shouldn't even calc that. I shouldn't even bother calculating Adamant Sceptile right now. So, Mudsdale's at -1. We go Prim. Heavy Slam. Let's take a look at Heavy Slam. Not enough. Earthquake does more. We go Prim. We go the Prim. Does he Earthquake me? He Toxics. That's a little unfortunate, I'm not going to lie. I wasn't expecting that. Was not expecting it at all, but that's fine. I believe we are in range of Moonblast here. To max AP, we use 69 to 81. And we'll fire off the Moonblast. This should get the KO here. Switches out. What is he sacking? Lantern? Sydney. Lantern will drop here. Or not to this one, but to the next one at least. Moonblast comes out. And the next one will get the KO. So we're gonna be about 50% now, which really is not great. And the thing is, if he goes into the Mamoswine, I can't consistently go into my Vikavolt, or I can't stay into this thing. That's the problem. But we get the first KO of the game. Prim gets 1. It is an annoying Mon for our Pult, which is good. I still want to take a look at Sceptile and see if that -1 has Unburden Pop. 228. So it still outspeeds everything. Mari. So if he goes for U-turn, he goes into Sceptile. How much does Drill do to Sceptile with X's are at +1? I mean, we put it in, it's close, but it's not enough. I think what I do here is I go Bugaloo. Because if you go Sceptile, it means you can't set up. And that's what makes Sceptile really scary, the setting up. Discharge here. It's fine. A good chunk there. I think we should take the next one. So I'm going to Roost. I think it's going to be really close. But I think we take the next one. So I'm going to Roost here. You just want to take the hit. Roost up, get some health back. Discharges again. We'll take this. Eat it up. Okay. We're not taking the next one, but that's okay. I'm going to Roost up once more. I think that's the third discharge. Third discharge. I did a lot of damage to that Mudsdale with Pangoro. I feel like that's not right. Mudsdale level 50. 30 to 36 makes sense for max attack, max defense, which that's fair. If I get the +2 with Drill, it's not enough. That Sceptile gonna be annoying as hell. And I think now I have to go for the Volt Switch here. I think I might not play this right. Okay, we go for Volt Switch here nonetheless. That's 4 volt switches, 4 discharges rather. Goes for another discharge. I'm okay with that. And here we can volt switch out. So Pangoro against this. Tapu Koko. Is it wise? Do we take the discharge here? We're at 153. Discharge. We'll do 111 at the very most. Earthquake with the KO. I don't go Roku here. I think I just go Toph then. I just go Toph. Alrighty, we got our leftovers popping, so he reveals leftovers against it. And how much more time of terrain left? Is there one more turn left to train? This is the last turn of terrain. So here I go for my Earthquake. Then I sack something. Zarude, okay. Interesting. Question though, is this Scarf? That is the question here. Pretty big question. A pretty big question. So we're gonna go hard into the drill, not into the drill, into the Vikavolt here. And we'll see. We'll find out if it's Scarf right now. I just want to get a little bit more chip on the... I want a little bit more chip on the Mudsdale. And once I get that, I can win with Drill. Power Whip. 76 down to 25. That's 51 points of health. And I believe here is when I go for a Bug Buzz. Is that what I do here? So I can let in, it means I let in the, other than everything, really. Other than the Coco, if I let in Coco, I want a sack for, do I need a sack? Do I ever need a sack? Subtile's looking kind of scary, I'm not gonna lie. If he goes Mamo or something like that, am I in trouble? I'll just Volt Switch here. If he Power Ups again, I'm pretty sure he's Scarfed. He's there, so he's not Scarfed. So it's good to know. We wanted that info, and now we know it. So I can go hard into Toph, and I have my Berry, my X-Scissor. So we'll fire off that X-Scissor here. If he's a Tangaberry, then he got me. Really good prep. Which is out. Into Mudsdale. Into Mudsdale he goes. Which is fine. We're getting the chip we want. And I believe we should be able to get the KO on it at +2 now. Definitely. We definitely will. Question is though, what are we switching? What are we switching in? I feel like it's gonna be Teletubby. We're gonna go Teletubby here. We'll play this game. We'll play this game. I'm really hoping it's not Sora's Dance Sceptile. But I imagine Earthquake comes out here. Rock Slide, okay. Toxic, Rock Slide, rocks. So I can click, do I click my Drain Punch here? I think I do, I get extra chip on it, I weaken it more. So that way I don't need to get to +2. I can just use +1, or a neutral rather, with Drill. I am still very worried about the Sceptile. I won't deny that at all. Body press. This is going to Oko. Okay. Well, oops. Down goes Panda. Where's Pangoro? There you are. I just saw you. So I think we do go hard into... We can go into Prim. I think it's Prim that we go to. And we just Moonblast. I'm not gonna lie, it's really not looking good right now. Our team's getting too worn down. Yeah, our team's getting too worn down right now. Or just, I have like a bad thing that we're not in a good spot. So we get the KO here on the Mudsdale, which is nice. But Prim's going to be well below 50%. He can go into Coco here and claim. He can go Zarude. No, he can't go Zarude, actually. No, he can. He can definitely go Zarude and claim. But he doesn't know that. He doesn't know that, because we might outspeed. And he may think that we outspeed. In comes the Coco. So if he goes for a discharge, he has the KO on me. Yeah, if he gets the discharge, if he gets the attack, he KOs me. But who knows if he does. So we're going to Moonblast. He might just U-turn, expecting the drill to come in. There we go. So now we get a big hit off something. I think we actually Oko everything on his team right now. We get a KO. Unless it's, of course, Mamoswine is like Assault Vest or something like that. But we KO everything else. Big play. Big over prediction on his part. And it's going to be a huge benefit for us. Wow. I'm not going to lie. I'm like, that play might have turned a couple things around. That play might have turned a couple things around. He's choosing a sack now. Go Sceptile. Please go Sceptile. Pretty please. Pretty please with the cherry on top. Please. I need that. Once Sceptile goes down, I'll feel so safe. I'll feel really safe with Sceptile gone. Well, safer. I want him to go anything but Zarude, actually, to be honest. Because if we get rid of Mamoswine, it means we get up a sub on the Sceptile, and, or not on the Sceptile, on the Coco, and then he can't break it with Sceptile. So yeah. Manion. I'll take it. I will take it. Okay. So if he goes for Ice Shard, then we won't know what his speed stat is. We can also just KO right here. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Mamoswine is gone. As soon as we get the Mudsdale in. Not the Mudsdale. What am I saying? The Mudsdale. The Coco in. We're fine. We're flying. We are flying as soon as we bring that in. If he goes into Sceptile, that's fine. I think... Let me take a look at Sceptile here. The Sceptile gets Rock Slide. Mudsdale takes the Rock Slide. And I'm just going to Moonblast here because we're going to drop to any attack anyways. Discharge, get the KO. So, I think I just go Drill here. He brought in that. He brought in the Coco. He switched out. This was turn 2. This was turn 2. So Prim is gone. We go Drill. I'm really wishing I was Scarf right now. Scarf Dragapult, but I'm not. And it's gonna bite me. It's gonna bite me against that Sceptile. Let's click sub. This is nerve-wracking. Switches out. Zarude comes in. That's fine. I think what I do is I keep subbing until terrain wears off. Well, I Swords Dance first and I sub until terrain wears off. How many turns left to terrain? 2. So Swords Dance, sub, and then attack a bunch of times. Because he can't go into Coco, so we Swords Dance here first. We Swords Dance here first, because he'll break the sub. We'll Swords Dance. We Swords Dance first, we break the sub. Lariat's here. We sub now. And then it should be game. Because we'll be behind a sub against the Sceptile. Or we'll outspeed the Sceptile because terrain will be gone. Is that the way I play this? Or do I just X's or now? Because if I, okay, thinking again about this. If I X's or now, I KO the Zarude. If he goes Coco, there's no terrain. If he goes Sceptile, it dies. If he lets us die and goes Coco, well, if he lets us die, terrain is gone. So I think I just go for the X's or now. I just go for that now. There's no reason to sub. So he is Tangaberry, and we are +2. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you. Oh my god, that was amazing. Zarude goes down. And the terrain is gone, which means he can't go into the Sceptile. Beautiful. Because if I subbed again, he could have gone into Coco. There might have been some shenanigans he could have done. We're at +2. We should be able to do this. I think we're going to get a 3-0 win here. And I think, honestly, without the play with the Prim staying in on the Coco, we probably would have lost this. But in comes the Coco. It can't break my sub. Can't break my sub. Come on now. Please get this done. Please get this done. Sub up. Please get this done. It ain't over till it's over. The U turns out. Okay. Sceptile. +1 defense. Excadrill. A +2. X's is 120 to 142. If it's max HP, it's a roll in my favor. If this thing goes for double kick, it's like the best thing he's got for me. Scale shot, I guess, but that's going to make it worse for him because I'll then guarantee get the KO, even if he is lower on his stats. And we just X's are here. Seed Bomb. Beauty. And this should get the KO here. The fact that he's Seed Bomb as well gives me a good sign because it means he needs to be exactly Lariat or Night Slash or something plus Rock Slide to beat my last 2 mons. With Swords Dance, of course. So down goes the Sceptile, and I think Drill is about to clean up here. Oh, that's amazing. I love when the plan comes together. The plan definitely came together. Pult is not going to touch the field. I think it's honestly 2 of our 3 wins now. 2 of them. Pult does not touch the field, which is insane to think about. That's insane. Oh my god, this is awesome. We needed this. We needed this, especially after a week like last one. A nice 3-0 win. Awesome. Oh my god, Pult didn't touch the field. Toph, get the KO, finish it. Yes! Oh, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. GG's. Crit did not matter. I mean, crit mattered. Don't you forget it. Crit mattered. I will take it. I will take it. Specs Prim was great. Drill was great. I'll be honest though, I don't think I can get away with that set twice though. But we got the win here. 3-0 win. We'll take it. We advance now to 3-2. I believe our differential now is +6, which is pretty good. So I'll definitely take advantage of that. We were doing fantastic. We did it. Without Pult, nonetheless. I will definitely take it. I know I'm saying that a lot, but goddamn. We the game really came down to a few places. Number one, the drill set was fantastic, but number two, staying in with the Prim on the Coco, huge. Huge for us. And the fact that he sacked off not Zarude, if he sacked off anything, if he sacked off the Stealth Tile, I felt good. If he sacked off the Mamoswine, I felt good. Coco, I felt good. If he sacked off specifically Zarude, then I think he had a shot to bring it back, because Zarude didn't do much for him in the end game here. I get it was a Ghost resist for Dragapult, that I could have been Specs, but I do think for sure that that Toph the Excadrill, shout out to Incog, is coming in clutch. Wow, I'll take it, guys. So we end up getting the win here. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel as well if you are new. We make tons of Draft League content every single week. We're gonna start branching out to a bit more content that might be a bit more entertaining to you guys as well, including some top 10s. We're gonna be bringing those back as well. I've been saying for the longest time, but I really do want to bring them back. Shout out once again to my front office. We have the new expansion I mentioned before in the Teambuilder, so shout out to all of them. Shout out to our YouTube channel members, which I don't have pulled up right now, which is not a good sign. I never remember to have everyone pulled up, so I can't just quickly give a shout out to everyone. So I apologize for that. But shout out to our YouTube channel members. We have our level 1s. We have Olivia Sama. We have Hayes, Eric, and we have Zeke. Our level 2s, we have Terrence and Bread Pudding. And our level 3s, we have Volt and Sully. So shout out to all 8 of them for contributing to the channel financially. It makes a big difference and is very, very, very much appreciated. And make sure to comment DC word of the day. But that's going to be it, guys. We got the win. GG's, check out Sally, and I will see you guys all next time.